Day 702 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 2190, most frequent number following key in an array. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out this link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given a zero index integer array nums. You are also given an integer key which is present in nums. For every unique integer target in nums, count the number of times target immediately follows an occurrence of key in nums. In other words, count the number of indices I such that 0 is less than or equal to I is less than or equal to nums.length minus 2, nums of I is equal to key, and nums of I plus 1 is equal to target. Return the target with the maximum count. The test cases will be generated such that the target with the maximum count is unique. All right, y'all, so that sounds pretty simple, but let's go ahead and take a look at these examples just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have our input nums equals an array of integers 1, 100, 200, 1, 100. The key equals 1. So we want to see which number comes after 1 the most. So in this case, the only number that comes after 1 is 100. So the output is 100. Explanation says for target equals 100, there are two occurrences at indices 1 and 4 which following an occurrence of key. No other integers follow an occurrence of key, so we return 100. So there may be other examples where there might be another number after 1, right? Say we have this right here, right? And then say we put another 1 right here, but then after that one is say it's 900. We will still return 100 because 100 is the target that appears the most or has the maximum count of appearing after 1. So 100 appears after 1 twice. Sorry, y'all, this 900 is supposed to appear after 1. Sorry, y'all. So in this example, this 100 appears after 1 twice, right? Boom, right here and right here. 900 only appears after 1 once, so we would still return 100 because 100 occurs after 1 the most, right? So I just wanted to make that clear. Now let's take a look at example 2. So in example 2, our input nums equals an array of integers 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. This time the key is 2, the output is 2. It says for the target equal 2, there are 3 occurrences at indices 1, 2, and 3, which follow the occurrence of key. For target equals 3, there's only 1 occurrence at index 4, which follows an occurrence of key. Target 2 has the maximum number of occurrences following an occurrence of key, so we return 2. So similarly to what I was trying to explain up there, so 2 appears after 2 right here, it appears after 2 right here, and it appears after 2 right here. So that's 3 times that a 2 appears after a 2, right? This 3 only appears after 2 one time. So that's why 2 is the number that occurs with the maximum count, because 2 occurs after 2 3 times, where 3 only occurs after 2 once. So that's why we return 2, because 2 is the target with the maximum count. Boom. So now that we understand the question, y'all, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. Solution is not that difficult at all. Now, first thing we're going to do is we need to create a dictionary to store the frequency of numbers that follow the key. So we'll just declare a variable called freq map, and we'll set that equal to the dictionary of, square bracket int colon int. Come outside of that, put a parentheses, boom. Then we're going to iterate through adjacent pairs A and B in the array. So we'll come right here, we'll say for, open up the parentheses, A, comma, B. Come outside of that, in nums dot adjacent pairs, put the parentheses where A equals key. We're going to open up the brackets, And if the first element equals the key, we're going to increment the count of the second element. So we're going to say freak map square bracket B, comma, default colon 0, come outside of that, plus equals 1. Boom. So this is going to see, once again, it's going to find B, so key will represent, A will represent the key, right? Boom. So every time we see B, which comes after the key, then we're going to keep count. We're going to start our count from 0. Every time we see that count, we're going to add 1, and it's going to be stored in this dictionary. Boom. Then we're going to come underneath that, and we're going to find the element with the maximum frequency and return its key or the number itself. So we'll come underneath this right here. Sorry, y'all. Come underneath this, and we'll say return freak map dot max, open up the parentheses, by colon, open up the brackets. We're going to say $0 dot value is less than $1 dot value. Boom. Come outside of this, and we'll say exclamation point dot key. Boom, y'all. That's all she wrote. Let's give it a run. It's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted. And look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. So, with that being said, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.